Welcome back to the Corporate Rejects podcast, and welcome if this is your first time listening in. I am your show host, Amanda Davila, and I am excited to continue to provide support and empowerment through your journey to entrepreneurship. Welcome to the Corporate Rejects podcast. I'm Amanda Davila, your host, and I'm so excited you're here. Corporate Rejects is a place for women to find support on their journey through entrepreneurship. We support women who are just starting out and have a dream, as well as established business owners as they grow and become the CEO of their business. We want to help as many women as possible to become a corporate reject and live the life they desire. Corporate standards, are not conducive to being a mom or even being a woman. And they definitely do not give you the freedom to travel when you want or for as long as you want. This is why we are so passionate about guiding and empowering women to the places they crave, where they can be at home with their kids, travel, and have the life of their dreams, whatever that looks like. Hello, welcome to the Corporate Rejects podcast. I am so freaking excited you're here. If you're wondering who I am, I am Amanda Davila, and I'm an entrepreneur, and I started this podcast, the Corporate Rejects podcast, to help support two types of people, really, and I'll go more into that. The people that I really connect with are business owners and women who aren't yet business owners, but are ready to really take control of their life and no longer be a corporate employee, no longer be an employee at all, but no longer try to fit into this corporate mold that really doesn't work for being a human at all, but especially being a woman and really being a mom. Coming from a background of working in that situation, when I became a mom, I really realized that it was absolute bullshit, and I couldn't put myself, my child, and my family through that kind of lifestyle. And I'm in no way saying that it's wrong if that's what you want to do. And I would never try to convince someone to leave something they like. So if you love the corporate world, good for you. I'm happy for you. But this might not be the place for you, because I'm not going to bash the corporate world. Maybe a little bit. I might bash it a little bit. I'm just being honest. It's not for me. And there's a huge population of other moms who feel the same way. We definitely need people from all walks of life in all different areas. We need employees. We need people in corporate. That's totally fine. And just like retail, like we need people working in the stores. We need people working at Starbucks so we can get our coffee. So again, I'm not saying that I'm against any of that. It's just not for me. And my purpose here is to support those other women who feel the same way, and also to empower the ones who are still in that lifestyle that don't necessarily want to stay in that lifestyle. There's so many women out there who don't realize that they have a choice. And I was one of them. And I'm so grateful for where I am. And I just want to spread that message. So what you can expect from me, my style, I'm raw and authentic. That's what you're going to get. I'm going to say it like it is. I've spent a lot of my life, being a perfectionist and trying to be politically correct and trying to please everybody. And that doesn't serve anybody, and it doesn't light me up. So I'm not doing that anymore. I am in a different place now, and I love it. It's rewarding. It's freeing. It feels incredible. So yeah, that's what you can expect. I like to share my life as a work-at-home mom, as someone who loves adventure, who loves to travel, who really enjoys making my own choices. I make my own decisions, and I choose what I'm going to do in life. Everybody has that option. I'm not saying it's easy. It's not easy to get there. You really have to unlearn a lot of things to get to a place where you can feel comfortable going against the grain. And there's still times I struggle with it. I'm not perfect, that's for sure. I am human. So, we all go through our struggles and we all live and learn and hopefully, just learn and move on and do better next time. So my big takeaway just for this intro is that you don't need to ask permission. Like, you don't need permission from anybody to do what you want to do. I know it can be really hard to see that and believe it. And we've all been in situations where we feel like we do need permission. But I'm here to give you that permission to not need permission. I don't even know if that makes sense. But like, you have permission to create the life that you want. Again, it's not easy. It's never easy. It's never simple. And there's a lot that goes into it. This isn't like a magic cure. Like, oh, I said you have permission. Now everything's going to be okay. But sometimes just as, I guess, humans, we just like need that permission. Like, I need permission sometimes from my business coach to do something I've been wanting to do, but I'm holding back for some reason. I don't actually need her permission, but by someone else acknowledging it and accepting it as valid and saying, go for it. Like, sometimes that's what we need. So you have permission to do what you want, whether it's creating your own business, moving your business forward, staying working in your job, whatever you want to do, however you're filling your cup and feeling fulfilled and what makes you jive, like, go for it. You do you. So anyways, that's what I wanted to share with you today. And I'm super excited to have this platform to share with you more about my life background, lifestyle, business options. There's so many, and I know so many incredible business owners. It's just incredible, like, what we as women can do. We thought we were super cool because, we can grow a life and give birth, which is like absolutely insanely awesome. But we can do more than that if we want. Like, we have free will. We can do more if we want. So if you want to be a stay-at-home mom and not work, go for it. Do you? I love being a stay-at-home mom / work-at-home mom, but I also love what I do and empowering and guiding other women to get to a place where they feel good and fulfilled and they're living their dream. And I love to travel and I love adventure. I love to share that. And I also love to have money. So yeah, like, this is what I do because I choose to. I mean, sure, I could go back to the nursing world, but I don't want to do that. At least not right now. It doesn't light me up. It does. I love helping people, but I'm still helping people just in a different way. And I love the freedom to do what I want, when I want, work with who I want, charge what I want, and not have those ceilings above me stopping me and having to ask someone else for permission, because I really don't like to ask anyone for permission. Just ask my husband. It's more like he asks me for permission. No, I like to have freedom to make my own choices. I don't want to have to ask someone for permission to go on vacation or to take my child to the doctor's office or, to go to the beach this afternoon because it's beautiful. I don't want to do that. That's not me. And it's taken a lot of deconditioning. It's kind of like the hot topic right now when I'm recording this is people learning how to homeschool because of COVID, the pandemic, and people are trying to figure out how to homeschool their kids and still, live their lives and make money and all of that, which is something that I'm super passionate about and helping a ton of amazing women do right now. But the whole trying to keep school exactly the same as if they were at school, that makes zero sense. And there's this whole movement called deschooling, which I've known about for a while because I'm planning to homeschool my son when he's older. And so that's something I've been already looking into and trying to work on myself, and especially my husband. He is from the generation that's very traditional. He's having a hard time understanding not making homeschooling be exactly like school. If I wanted my son to have a, public school type of experience, then I would send him to school. I don't want him to have that experience. So even though my son's only 3, we're already working on deschooling. And I feel like I've been deschooling my entire life in this last year. everything that, I've been taught, I've started to question and call bullshit on, like a huge majority of, what I've been raised to believe and what, I've believed and learned over the years. It's so bullshit. That's the only way to put it. And I know there's going to be a lot of people who disagree with me, and that's okay. I'm not out trying to change everyone's minds. If I can open minds and help guide and empower and lead, then that's all I want to do, is just open other minds to different possibilities and different ideas. Some of my strategies in the business world go against what the big experts say, but I don't care. Like, they work. They might not work for you, but they work for me. They might work for her, but not for her squared. We're all different. We're all unique and, have different approaches. What I've really learned in the business world is that, yeah, you can fake it. You can follow the leader. You can fake things. You can follow all the rules. And even if it works for your business, if it makes you feel like shit, like, what's the point? If it doesn't light you up and doesn't help you grow and become more creative and make more money, what's the point? Like, honestly, what is the point? Okay, you can follow the leader and be a duplicate of, her, and her. And maybe you'll make good money and that's all that you want to accomplish. Then fine. That's great. That's totally, totally okay. I have courses out there too, teaching people how to do things. So you can totally do that. And we all do that to an extent. But then at some point, to really grow, like, personally and professionally, spiritually, in all the different areas, you have to take what you've learned and then build upon that and move forward. If that's what you want, if you choose to move forward, if you choose to grow bigger and, let your branches grow out in different angles, then you're going to have to do that. So that's really a personal decision. Like, there's some people who just want to be told what to do and they do it. And then a lot of those people, make great employees. I loved having employees that would just do what I said. It was amazing. Like I said earlier, like, there's a place for everybody, every walk of life, no matter who you are, how you act, what your personality, what your desires are. Like, we need you. Like, you're important and you're valued. So if this doesn't resonate with you at all, that's okay. You're just a different person than me. And that's totally fine. We're all so unique. If you're someone who wants to create change, if you're someone who wants to break the mold and be the leader and try out new things, there's a place for you too. And being a business owner is a fantastic way to do that. Working online has changed my entire life in so many ways, and not just professionally, not just like what I do to make money, besides it allowing me the freedom to move to Hawaii with my family, to have my husband be home with us, to choose my schedule and do what I want to do. Besides that, it's changed me spiritually and it's changed me emotionally, like deep inside of me. Like, I am a completely different person and I love it. I love her. I used to focus on things like hating my body, hating my thoughts, hating my job, just hating everything. I could find the negative in everything, but I could also find the positive in things, most of the time if I really tried. And I can still, go both ways now. Of course, there's lots of hard things being a business owner. Like, it's not all sunshines and rainbows at all. To really grow and succeed as an entrepreneur and in that leadership role, in that creative role as well, because even if you might not think you're creative. I did not think of myself as creative at all because I associated creativity with art, with physically making art, like beautiful pieces of art, painting, drawing, that kind of thing. And I always said, I'm not creative. I wish I was creative. I wish I could do this and that. And then I learned something that actually, helped me through that side of it. The artistic part was learning that my grandfather, who was an artist, he wasn't a natural born artist. He had to work really hard at it and he became amazing. So that made me realize okay, even if I don't think I'm creative, I can learn to be creative. I can teach myself, I can take courses, I can read, I can do all these different things to help teach myself how to be more creative. And I have, even in artistic ways, and I have a long ways to go and I have a lot of goals for that. But being creative goes so far beyond physically making art, because in the business world, you have to be creative in so many different ways. You have to be creative with your marketing, your messaging, your offers, anything you're putting out there. You try it, and if it doesn't work, you have to be creative, change it, try again. We're creative beings. I really believe that. We just sometimes see creativity differently and might not quite understand that we actually are creative. We just might not be naturally inclined to be creative in a certain way. I hope that makes sense. So anyways, I'm really good about going down rabbit holes in different directions and losing my train of thought. So it might drive you crazy. But what I just want to say to conclude this episode is that I'm here, I'm real, I'm raw. I show up at the best capacity that I can to try to help. Everything I say might not resonate with you. That's okay. I hear bullshit all the time that I don't agree with, even from people that I generally do agree with and, follow and, like to keep in my world. And sometimes it's surprising when you're like, wait, we always agree. Like, did she really just say that? Like, what the hell was he thinking kind of thing, And that's okay. Like, we all have that. If we all agreed on everything, first of all, how boring would this world be? I mean, there wouldn't be those incredible, like, late at night in the hot tub drinking vodka conversations, which I haven't had in a long time. But, I mean, I've had good conversations, but not quite the hot tub with the adult beverage. I need another one of those. Man, I'm ready for a girls' night. I hope you know what I'm trying to say there. If everything was just, if we all knew the same things and all believe the same things, we wouldn't have those opportunities to get deep and connect with other people. And I think so many of us are really seeing the value in connecting with other humans right now with the pandemic going on. I know for myself as an introvert, I tend to shy away, close myself off, and also being an empath, I have to protect myself from lots of different energies. And before the pandemic, I basically was a hermit. I mean, I work from home and I would be at home all the time and I loved it. But when I want to go do something, I want to go do something. I don't like to be told I can't do something. In all walks of life, I do not like to be told what to do. I think we're really seeing how important that human interaction is. So if you're not already talking to your friends, talking to people, on the phone, over FaceTime, however you want to do it, I urge you to make it happen. Some of my girlfriends and I like to do wine and wine nights. Like wine, like we're going to wine, like we're going to bitch. And wine, we're going to drink wine or whatever beverage we feel like drinking. It's a good way to get on FaceTime and see your friends and talk about things and just feel like a tiny resemblance of normalcy. We moved to Hawaii right before the pandemic hit. So my life has been absolutely insane and not at all what I expected. And I really do miss my friends. And I would have missed them even if there wasn't a pandemic, because I would still be physically away from them, but I would have more opportunities to go out and meet new people and have human interactions. So yeah, I definitely, even when I feel like super awkward and, don't want to talk to anyone or don't have the energy to talk to someone, anytime I get on the phone or get on FaceTime with a good friend and just talk, even though it's hard to have a conversation when you have kids, if you have kids, you know what I mean, it's still worth it. And I always feel better. So I'm going to end with that for today. Again, the takeaway for today is you do not need to ask permission. And if you feel like you do, I have given it to you. Follow your dreams. I hope you come back and listen to my next episode. I'm going to continue blabbing on into, myself and where I came from, business journey, all of that fun stuff. So anyways, thank you. And I will catch you soon. Thank you so much for listening in. I am trying to reach as many moms as I can to help support and empower them in their journey. So if you enjoyed this episode, I would love it if you would leave a 5-star review on my Apple podcast page. I know as busy women, entrepreneurs, and moms, our time is extremely limited and valuable. So to sweeten the deal, I am buying the next 10 5-star reviewers their next beverage at Starbucks. Instructions are in the show notes, and I'm so grateful for you. I love supporting moms, and I love moms supporting moms. See you next time.